Grogu and the little hunters, small, cute and carnivorous Grogu baby Yoda sat by a quiet stream on a misty morning, balancing smooth stones in a wobbling tower. The forest around him chirped and rustled, not with birds but with something quicker, lighter. Tiny shapes darted through the ferns, green scales flashing like wet glass. One appeared at his feet, no higher than his knee, with bright eyes and quick, clever claws. It tilted its head, studying the little green child in the brown robe. Grogu blinked back. For a moment, the two simply stared, equally curious. Then Grogu giggled and floated a pebble into the air. The creature chirped in delight and chased it, snapping at the floating stone like a playful lizard. Soon more came. 5, then 10, then a dozen. They surrounded him, a chattering circle of small dinosaurs, tails twitching, eyes shining with mischief. Grogu laughed, spinning stones and sticks in little orbits around them with the force. The compies danced and leaped, their tiny claws tapping the dirt like a drumbeat. It was a perfect moment, wild, absurd, peaceful. Then one of them got bolder. It crept closer, sniffed at Grogu's robe, and nipped lightly at the fabric. Grogu frowned. Another jumped up onto a rock and screeched. The sound echoed, sharp and shrill, and suddenly all the others froze, heads turning in perfect unison. The mood shifted. Their eyes narrowed. The circle closed and tighter. The air thickened with a low hiss of breath and rustling leaves. Grogu tilted his head, confused, not afraid yet. But he recognized the change. These weren't pets, they were a pack. When the first one leaped, Grogu's hand rose instinctively. The creature froze mid-air, limbs twitching, suspended by the force. Another charged, and another. He stopped them too, floating in a trembling halo above him. But there were too many, dozens now, swarming from the undergrowth, snapping and shrieking. Grogu squeaked, stretching both hands wide. A soft pulse rippled through the clearing, invisible, but heavy leaves fluttered. Pebbles bounced. The compies tumbled backward like toys knocked over by wind, landing in the brush with startled chirps. For a long moment, only the stream's quiet trickle could be heard. Grogu sighed, exhausted but unharmed. The compies, cautious now, peeked from behind ferns, their bright eyes still curious, less hungry. Grogu raised one small hand, and a single berry floated toward them. One brave compy snatched it, chirped softly, and disappeared into the green. The rest followed, vanishing like shadows. Grogu watched them go, smiling faintly, the morning sun filtering through the mist. He reached out with the force and lifted the last pebble, letting it spin slowly above his palm. The forest was calm again for now. Somewhere, in the quiet distance, a tiny screech echoed back, playful, respectful, almost like a thank you. Grogu giggled, tucked his ears against the breeze, and went back to stacking stones, a little wiser about the difference between cute and dangerous.